Yo, what's up? So this shit is really crazy. So I told y'all how at first I couldn't get no work done on the house because the deductible had been changed. So now we got the deductible down. Now still being denied because the deterioration or whatever. So after I recorded with y'all or whatever, I had yesterday or the day before, I had tried to reach out to my bank or whatever to tell them the updates, what was going on or whatever. And so I hadn't heard anything from her yet or whatever. So she finally called back today and she asked me, okay, where are we at? What's going on or whatever. So I told her again, we got the deductibles back down or whatever. But how I was denied or whatever, told her the problem, about them saying the deductible was too high. Now we got that fixed. Now I can't get the house fixed due to, I can't get the garage fixed due to deterioration. So we had our talk or whatever, and she was like, "This is the most craziest, weirdest thing. I don't understand. Like, how are they not fixing nothing due to weather related issues, due to damage, due to all of this stuff, Mother Nature or whatever, and they not fixing nothing." And I was like, nope. And I was telling her how they telling me that it's denied, but everybody keep on calling saying that it's open on their end. It's open on their end. We getting everything down. We doing everything except getting the garage repaired or whatever. So uh she asked me, she said, okay, so at this point, what do you want to do? Um what can we do? What can I do to help? She was like, what do you really want? She said, do you want to move or do you want to stay there, or what do you want to do? I said, I would like to stay here because this is my home. I would like to stay here. I said, but it's just the fact how they in there falsifying and overwriting policies and doing all this dirty stuff and getting all of this money, and won't help me fix nothing. Ever since I've got in my home in 21, every claim that I have filed with them has been denied. But they getting all of this money. So she said, okay. She said, well, there's a couple of options. Because I told her, I said, why do I have to uproot? Because, they not doing right on their end. She was like, no, I agree. And she said, and you can't afford to pay anything out of pocket. I said, no, this wasn't in the plan. I shouldn't have to pay anything out of pocket. The goal was to move into the house, find out everything that was wrong with the house, report it to my insurance company, and they take care of everything. I said, why do I have to uproot or whatever? I'm getting too old to be going from pillow to post, and then I got to come up with moving expenses. Then I got to find somebody to help me move, and I got to get a U-Haul, and I got to unpack and repack and repack. Like, I don't want to be bothered with all of this stuff. And she is like, okay, so here's a couple of choices that we could do. If you want to move, we'll move you. Or if you want to keep the house and get the house fixed, she talked about forbearance. We could put the house in forbearance or whatever. We could get the payments low to where you can afford to get the garage fixed or whatever. We can tackle it that way. And she was like, "Is that sound like something you want to do?" And I said, "Yeah, I rather go that route." So then she said, okay, I'm gonna send you this application. So she sent me some type of application so we can make this process happen. And then she sent me like some type of form where I have to, fill out my expenses or whatever. And then I had to send pictures of the damage over to her, and I had to send pay stubs. And then tomorrow, because there's something going on with this PD file where it won't let me go in here and fill out the stuff and send it back or whatever. It keep telling me to cut on the whatever so I can do it or whatever. I cut it on. It's telling me to allow. I'm allowing it, it still won't do it. So tomorrow what I'm gonna have to do is when I get off, I'm gonna have to go to the library and print these 2 forms off and fill them out and just take them to the bank so we can get this process started. And I told her, you know, I've been looking and doing research on my end, and I'm finding out that there are roofing companies, you know, whether people know it or not, like to get the roof fixed or whatever, there's companies that will let you make monthly payments. And I told her, I said, even with making monthly payments, this still wasn't in the budget. This still isn't in the plan. My insurance is supposed to take care of this. I shouldn't be making monthly payments to nothing. And somebody's getting all of the money, and I'm paying all this money out. And like this whole thing has put me in a bind or whatever. I should not be paying anything out of pocket. Y'all sending them money over there. I'm sending them money over there. I should not be paying out of pocket for anything. And she was like, no, I agree. She said, keep doing what you're doing. Tomorrow, reach out. Talk to these people that, you know, let you, that fix the roof or whatever, or fix the garage, and see how this works or whatever. And get everything you need from them or whatever. Have them send me some things over or whatever. We'll find out how much it costs monthly, and we'll come in and we'll assist you on that end. She said, meanwhile, don't let up on your insurance company. She was like, we gonna file an appeal. Call them and ask them how to file an appeal. And after we file an appeal on the claims that you filed, the most recent 2, we're gonna get somebody else to look at it. And if after we file the appeal and it gets denied and we get everything fixed or whatever, you go ahead and cancel your insurance with them. And I'm going to cancel my car insurance with them, and I'm going to cancel my home insurance with them. It's they lost. They the ones in there, you know, doing something that they not supposed to be doing, and overwriting and overturning stuff, and ain't even telling nobody that they did, lying, saying that I called in, asked for this, and I called in and asked for that. I ain't talked to them folks, and when I did, it was to find out why was my taxes going up. It was to find out why was my premium so high. It was to lower my premiums. It was why my deductible skyrocketed. Why? Like that's the only time them people heard from me other than to file the claim. So from 21 up until now, I've been getting no. Why is y'all sitting up in there enjoying all this delicious money? Instead of telling me, no. It's not finna happen. So, when I get off tomorrow, I got some running around to do. I mean, and it's just, even this, all of this is just putting me, like, I gotta do all of this work. I gotta go here. I gotta go there. I gotta go do here. All of this back and forth on the phone. Hell, the damn garage could have been fixed by now, inside and out. So tomorrow I gotta go get this paperwork or whatever and turn this back into her or whatever, and figure out what we gonna do to get this fixed or whatever. Like I said, the carpet, I guess, you know, I'll probably get a shampooer and get this shampoo for whatever, because I'm not gonna be able to fix this right now or whatever. I gotta deal with this. But the main thing is, I got a roof over my head, but it's just the fact that what I'm going through, I should not have to go through this, and it's making me feel some type of way. But like she said, I'm gonna file an appeal or whatever and get somebody else to look at this and continue to do research on my end about who I want to fix the roof or whatever. She gonna put the plan in motion. I still got another lady that's on the other line trying to get the claims paperwork that they failed to send in, and they knew she needed the claims paperwork. How you just gonna send a list of what's wrong and the claim number? That ain't helping nobody. So I reached out to both of those people today, the claims adjuster, to tell him that she needed the paperwork, and I reached out to the other lady or whatever. And so far, I haven't heard from from either one of them. And then I turned around and sent him a letter asking him, how do I file an appeal? So if I have to tackle this on my own, and my bank has to get involved in all of this stuff, then Allstate, count your days. Ugh.